A lot of people focus on big outplays or flash mechanics when they think about getting better at League. But what actually matters long term is building habits. The kind of things that feel small in the moment but end up shaping how you play, how you think, and how consistent you are. These are 10 practical habits that can make a huge difference and will quietly raise your level over time. Let's just start with the basics. Last hitting cannon minions should be your priority. You don't need to be perfect with CS, but cannons are too valuable to ignore. They give the most gold and are basically the main source of gold in early game. Missing one is like skipping a free chunk of gold. If you just get all of them, it will let you hit item breakpoints earlier. If you have to tank one auto to secure it, it's fine. Sometimes losing a melee minion is whatever. Losing cannons over and over again is just you falling behind for no real reason. You don't need to know every matchup, but you should at least pause and think about what the enemy mid and the jungle are likely trying to do this game. If it's Lee Sin or Alice, they probably want early action. If it's a Karthus or Fiddlesticks, they are likely farming. TF or Galio mid, then you need to be more cautious post level 6, because they can show up bot as you all in. I swear, I saw so many times how enemy team picks Shen, and no one respects his ultimate, just trying to fight, not thinking about it. A lot of deaths come from not respecting that some champions are on a timer, and will look for a play as soon as their conditions are met. You've heard this one before, but the habit isn't just look at the map, it's learning when to look and training yourself to do it automatically. The map is only helpful if you are reading it properly. Even if you don't see enemy jungle, you still can assume where he is based on the information there. If he just cleared bot camps, there's no Drake in bot side but grabs in top side, where enemy jungle will most likely go. Of course, top side. Try to ask yourself questions like, enemy mid disappeared after the wave, what are the chances he is going bot? Where enemy jungle wants to be right now. Even without vision, you start to feel what's going on based on what enemy team wants to achieve. It's just attention and repetition, recognizing patterns of players and champions. This one is painful. You hold flash, you think maybe you can leave, and then you die with both summoners still up. Especially with spells like barrier or heal, you get more value from using them early in the fight than trying to clutch save them. You don't need to be greedy and hold them. Their cooldowns are pretty low, so you can press them in some heavy trade, even without all-in potential. If you know a fight will be close, lean toward using them. You don't get a reward for dying with them unused. Tower plates feel good. They pop, they make a sound, you get gold. But overstaying for a single plate often does more harm than good. Here's what usually happens. You grab a plate, then recall late. The enemy can fast push the wave, maybe they get plate back, then you arrive. But you lost most of the wave, plate and the prior in general. This sucks. Plates are worth it when you have a clear advantage, like enemy laner is dead for a long period of time, or you can kill him again with your team. But if you're just staying for the gold, ask yourself, does this help me finish an item? If not, it's usually better to just reset properly and keep your tempo. A lot of deaths come from simply not thinking about how far enemy champions can reach. Whether it's a jungle gap closer, a support hook, or a flash engage, most of these are telegraphed by positioning. If you get flanked, it's often because you didn't consider where someone could be. Before stepping up, ask yourself, could anyone be in this or that bush? Or maybe, is this support working strangely? These questions don't need to be hard. They just create a habit of checking before you step. It's especially good if you know how enemy champions functions and how players on them are playing. For example, enemy Gangplank can try to set up an ambush with his barrels in the bush, and just wait there till you come in his double barrel range. I lost the game because of that once, so now I always think about it. This also extends to when you are ahead. Even with a lead, if you're not watching for flanks or overextensions, you can throw away your whole advantage with just one mistake. A common thing I see, especially on ADCs, is that once someone starts attacking, they just keep going until they die. There is no second thought. Just tunnel vision. You need to learn how to pause for a split second and re-evaluate mid-fight. Think about your position relative to your enemies and allies. You need to feel where you are right now. The habit here isn't kite better or have perfect target selection. It's just being mentally present while autoing. You are not a turret, so stay in control of your position and camera, even in the middle of a fight. This sounds like a weird one, but it matters. High APM isn't just for the sake of looking busy, it keeps your hands and brain engaged. When players stop clicking between autos or during downtime, their focus starts to shift. Movement becomes slower, reaction time drops. Just clicking around keeps you sharp. You stay warmed up, your muscle memory stays active, and you are less likely to be surprised when something suddenly happens. You will also learn how to make these clicks efficient, which in the end will make your dodges much better. One of the most useful habits out there. You don't always have to win lane by killing the other ADC. A lot of times, just making the lane uncomfortable is enough. If the enemy has good wave clear post level 6, even if you have constant control over the wave, hard pushing into them does nothing. You can't poke them under the turret, and they clear waves instantly. So, instead of autopiloting fast push after fast push, ask yourself, what would be the most annoying thing for me if I would be him? Usually the answer will be slow push while not letting them farm freely. Play dirty, zone them away, make them angry. Just ask yourself, what makes you uncomfortable in lane? Now do it to the other guy. The concept of strong side and weak side matters, and most people don't even think about it. If your jungle is playing top, and your mid is losing lane priority, you are almost certainly weak side. That means the enemy has more control over plays in your lane, and you should not be fighting unless you are very sure the enemy is trolling. It doesn't mean you sit under turret forever, but it does mean you play safer and you don't take greedy trades, unless you have full vision and know jungle is not nearby. Learning the strong side or weak side states is one of the clearest signs of a player who understands macro. It changes everything about how you approach the game. These aren't complicated fixes, just useful habits that will immediately improve your performance. If you pay attention to even a few of them, you will start seeing the game a little differently and probably stop dying to the same stuff over and over again. And if you're looking for something more item specific, check out my video on one of the most underrated item for ADCs, Phantom Dancer. There are a lot of useful things. Like, subscribe and drop a comment if you enjoyed the video. Bye!